once again, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Go ahead, Brian.
Matt, you obviously have to watch the tape, but what has to be better defensively to be something more than you were Providence than tonight?
You know, more than anything, just from a overall general statement, is just playing with a purpose. You can see, and when you collectively make a statement about it, it's not every guy, but if you have more than a couple guys that are that way, you know, and it's not always a conscious thought, it can be a subconscious thought. You have to go in the game, you know, understanding your assignment and then concentrating in, you know, doing your job. But we just don't have enough people defensively that are doing that, you know, from a consistent standpoint. So you just got to keep working and be able to get that focus as you get into the, you know, games that matter.
What were you looking for from that lineup to start the second half?
You know, just playing the guys that have played, you know, a little bit better, more than anything. You know, a couple of them just weren't ready offensively to start the game or defensively to start the game. You know, Zach had a tough time catching the ball and finishing right away. You know, he ends up with good numbers, but to start the game, he had some really good opportunities down there. But you know, just I thought Caleb First was solid again. You know, both games he's played so far, he's been solid. I think he's not trying to do too much. I think we have some guys that are trying to do too much at times offensively, and then defensively he's just trying to do his job. It doesn't mean he's perfect, but he's trying to do what we're asking him to do. We don't have enough people. Either people really don't get it, that have already played here, or they're not trying to do the things that we're asking them to do. Sometimes their intent and what they're thinking is hard from a coaching standpoint, because why wouldn't you just do some simple things to help connect our defense? And a lot of them are small, but it's one of those things where it disconnects what we're doing. When you do what you're supposed to do, there's no surprises. Doesn't mean you're always going to be successful, but you normally give yourself a better chance.
Anyone else?
Just the challenge of, we talked about this before, the challenge of having 10 guys who are all, you know, good players and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you kind of, I guess, put into words how you're kind of going about figuring that out here during games?
I have no idea.
How big of a challenge is that as a coach?
You know, when you like to trust me, I have no idea. You know, it's Caleb First is going to start. I know that one. I thought Isaiah Thompson gave us good minutes. Thought he did some good things. I thought Eric Hunter was solid off the bench. I thought Travion Williams would have finished the game in a real game. You know, I thought, you know, he got some steals, got the most rebounds for us, was active. He came out the one time because he was hurt, and then he went back. His little turnaround the other way when he could go and make a simple move every time and just score. I don't know why he did that, but you know, but he had played. He did some good things. And then we had some guys make some shots. I guess that was a positive. I was surprised they didn't double more. They had doubled a lot in the post, so we were trying to prepare for that. And they didn't do that as much, but you know, I think when everybody leaves here, nobody left here saying Purdue played harder than Indianapolis, and that's embarrassing to me as a coach. They played harder than we did. He did a better job coaching his team, and I have to get them to play with more of a purpose, but just to simply play harder. You know, you got to give those guys credit. I thought they played really hard. If they made shots. They're not a great shooting team, but that's back-to-back games for us. So I think we're the common denominator.
It's still early to tell where kind of Brandon fits into this whole thing, and you know, maybe the minutes he might get out of this.
Yeah, it's just hard. I'm not trying to be difficult. I really don't know. You gotta, if you can find your way defensively on this team, especially somebody like him, like now he'll just be in the game more and he can shoot the ball. And we have some pretty good weapons to go with him. Like Sasha doesn't have a good stat line, but we're better when he's in the game. He's just simple. And so like he didn't have a great game defensively. Brandon didn't have a great game defensively, but I don't know who really did, you know. But like you just, you want to use, you don't get parts of, you don't like, you get all of them. Like I want to use parts of them right now. It's not the way it works. And so like we got to get more people that are whole players, that play on both ends, that make good decisions on offense, and that can guard on defense, and then just kind of pick their spots. We got a little over dribbling, you know, not executing plays, things of that nature. But no, Brandon's a good weapon, and you know, we want to utilize him. He's just kind of in that fray with a lot of other guys, to where like it's right there for you. Like, you know, do your job. Like, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, do the little things. But we're kind of evolving right now, and I don't know if really to put kind of my finger on, like, you know, what that is. It's just, it's kind of the maturation of your team, especially when they're getting a lot of attention, like they're good, and they're not that good. Like, our team's not that good. You just watched us. I just watched us in Providence. We're not, you know, how good you are is how you play. Not saying I got this guy, I got this guy, I got this guy, I got a gold medal, I got a bronze medal, I was All-American, I was all, that doesn't matter. It didn't matter to Indianapolis. They didn't seem phased. So, like, you know, you have to go out there and prove it, and you got to collectively, you know, be able to play well together on both ends. Then you can be a good team. But you got to earn that. Right now, we haven't earned anything.
So you prefer 6-on-6, the old 6-on-6?
We would be all right in 6-on-6. We'd be good in the Gus Macker too.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't make us, you know, play transition defense. The 2s count as 4s, and then someone's got to guard Zach and Travion. We'd be all right.
Can you tell me where Isaiah is right now as a player in terms of where you want him, and kind of how far he's come since last season?
I thought he, you know, did some good things tonight. You know, he made some plays, and you know, he's obviously improved. You know, he finished our last game for us at North Texas because I thought from a defensive standpoint he gave us some quickness that we needed. And but no, he's done a good job. And tonight I thought he did, you know, some good things, and you just got to keep working and keep him, you know, keep getting better.
Coach, how was it walking into Mackey, a full house? I mean, everybody's here, it's an exhibition game, but everybody's excited for the season.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you?
Well, it's exciting, but it's also disappointing when, you know, people come out to watch you play and you don't play well. You know, they did their part and we didn't do our part. And you know, they came out tonight to see a really good basketball team, and they saw one, but it was from Indianapolis. You know, those guys played with a purpose. Those guys played hard. They don't have the size nor talent that we have, but they're, you know, their heads are in it. You know, they were going to fight and play, and that's what we got to get. But no, I thought our fans were great for an exhibition game. That's unbelievable. You know, we just got to get our play and our coaching up to their level.
Is there anything else?
Thanks.